Imagine the day you will have more prospects than you need and you will choose with whom you want to do business. And on top of that, before meeting them in person or online, you qualify them. Are they worthy of your time? Are they a good fit for your portfolio? And only then you decide if you will meet them in person or make an online appointment to do a need analysis for them. Would your professional life be better like this? To accomplish that, you have to become a world-class prospecting expert so you have more prospects than you need and have an effective approach to close as many appointments as you want. Another important goal is to differentiate yourself. You can do this by adding huge value to your prospects and your clients and be unique. Unique in a way that will make people want to meet with you and talk about you to others. So your reputation reaches your prospects before you do. And this is the most important factor to raise dramatically your closing ratio and your production. Of course, we can try to make all this happen with the traditional ways of prospecting like referrals, networking, etc. But today we have an amazing opportunity. New technologies and internet can help us big time to deal with these challenges. But you have to know what you are doing. Otherwise, you might lose a lot of time and energy and even money without any results. And that's what I want to share with you today. Practical, efficient ideas on how to use internet with simple steps and deliver results. And you don't have to choose to be only physical or only digital. You can be phygital and have the best of both worlds. But please, don't miss this opportunity. And I can tell you that for sure because the last 8 years I worked mostly digital. I have tried everything and I know now what works and what doesn't. For start, I chose to have 70% of my meetings online so I can make 10 times more appointments than I did in the past. I saved tons of time and energy I was losing in traffic. Also, before I meet the client, I close a 10 minutes appointment with him online or on the phone. I explain what I can do for him using my innovative need analysis software and methodology, and we decide together if we think it would be a win-win situation to meet. If I don't feel that he is an open-minded person or this is not the best time for him, I am not making this appointment. So I don't lose time with people that they don't want to listen. This way, I am raising very much my closing ratio. So you have to make prospecting your absolute first priority. Let's see now 4 ideas using social media and internet that can give you many new prospects. So let's go to studio number 2. First, a simple idea how to prospect with Facebook and LinkedIn. Many advisors are posting on social media content about insurance and wait that people will communicate with them to buy an insurance. This strategy is not very easy to work. You can make it of course work, but it takes a complicated strategy enabling serious content marketing, opt-in softwares, nurture the leads for at least 6 months to a year, email marketing, copywriting, and many more that will take much time just to name them. It's a good idea, of course, but it is a long-term strategy and you need to invest a lot of effort, money, and maybe advice from experts to achieve results. Another thing I see advisors do, but without any great results, is that they send messages to contacts on social media whom they don't know personally and ask for an appointment. Very rarely someone replies, and that's normal. Unfortunately, the topic of insurance is not yet something that people are looking for by themselves. Secondly, they are so overwhelmed with messages and information through internet and social media that it's difficult to get their attention. But mostly, people don't answer your message because they don't know you and they don't trust you yet. But what if I do it in another way? So what I do is this. Every morning, I choose 10 of my contacts on Facebook and LinkedIn. I prefer to start with my best clients and friends. I just send them a nice message like, "Hey John, how are you doing? Long time no see." And I wait for their reply during the day. When they answer, I have a message already written in my note, and I copy that in the chat. The message goes like this: "Listen, I have an idea and I need your help. I noticed that you are good friends with Miliana, Ika, and Kennedy. You know that I have this innovative software and methodology for insurable risk assessment that is very, very useful. If you are okay with it, I would like you to introduce me to these 3 friends of yours." What I will do is to create a 3-group chat including you, me, and one of them every time. Then I will suggest to them to have a 10 minutes only online meeting to explain what this need analysis can do for them. The only thing I want from you is to write in the chat that we are good friends and you trust me, and that my software is something that they must see. What do you think? If you need more information and you are available, of course, please tell me and I can call you. Thank you so much in advance. Sometimes I send this message as a voice message to make it more personal. So now, if he agrees, I create these 3 group chats. I have a written text proposition for my solution for the prospect, something like this: "Hi Miliana, I am a friend of John's and I have an idea that I want to share with you, which I believe you will find very useful. John knows all about it and he can confirm that it's at least very interesting. What would you say to have a 10-minute Zoom meeting to explain to you what this is all about?" And then John writes in the message: "Miliana, I know Panos and I trust him. You have to see his software and what it can do for you. Strongly recommended." Now you have most chances for the prospects to answer and accept this short meeting. And if 7 out of 10 people give you permission to create these 3-way chats, you have 20 new prospects every day. If you do that 5 days a week, this is 100 new prospects per week. Multiply this by 4 weeks and you have 400 new prospects a month. Even if only 30% of them answer, you have the amazing number of 100 new presentations a month. Prospects will accept more easily, of course, because you suggest to take only 10 minutes of their time, plus the meeting will take place from the safety of their home or office. So they will not feel stressed that you will visit them at home without knowing exactly what to expect. But after a 10 minutes appointment with you, they can easily decide if it's something worthy. Then you go to this appointment with much more chances to close the deal. Of course, if you don't have enough contacts in your social media now, you can also invest 15 minutes every day to add contacts to your profile. Friends and clients first, and then friends of your friends and clients from their contact list or from the likes or comments on their wall. One of the secrets to have success on that is to find your USP, your unique selling point, and differentiate yourself. For me, it's my innovative software. The other secret is to do it daily. And don't forget to practice. Try your message, change it, and try different things until it works. It is worthy of your time because it can give you so many new prospects. What also can help you on this digital strategy is to create great content of yours, like articles, video, podcasts, and share them, or share content from other reliable sources like portals, YouTube, etc. That way, you will be recognizable and trustworthy. You have to be careful what you share in social media. Remember, this is your professional image. The goal is to share content that adds value to your contact's life and creates an image of you the way you want to brand yourself. This way, when you ask for the recommendation, it will be more likely your clients and friends to accept. A second amazing and innovative idea is prospecting with webinars. I have been doing this for the last 2 years with great results. You can use webinar softwares to have a group presentation with as many people as you can bring in the webinar, from 50 to 5,000. I suppose nowadays every one of us has participated to a webinar, and you know how easy it is to attend. You get an invitation, you click on the link, and that's all. You enjoy the webinar. So I thought, why not to use this to approach prospects? It's a great way to talk about the importance of insurance to many people at the same time. So the first time I tried this, I wrote an invitation and I posted to all my social media and to some forums and blogs that I was participating at the time. The topic was about the necessity and importance of insurance. I invited them to join from the ease of their home or office at Friday 6 p.m. afternoon. I was waiting at the webinar excited to see how many will show up. But unfortunately, only 30 people joined, and most of them were my friends just to support me. Of course, I was disappointed. I was expecting that hundreds would join. But at least one person was interested, and this way I made my first digital client. But I didn't give up. I understood that unfortunately, insurance is not a hot topic. So I decided to use a different strategy. First, I chose a different hot topic and I targeted a specific market, parents. I invited as a speaker a psychologist specialized in kids, and the topic was how to raise children with high self-esteem and confidence to win in life. All of you that you are parents, would you be interested in a topic like this? I suppose yes. I created an invitation with a 2-minute video and not only text this time. Video is far more powerful. I created the video with my mobile only the first time, and I introduced the psychologist and he said just a few things about the topic. I uploaded the video on YouTube, and then I created an invitation email with a short text in the video. That changed everything. So first secret, it was a non-insurance topic, so I could share this also with all my existing clients. It is always good to support your clients in ways that they don't expect. But the most important thing is that in the mail, I asked them to forward this to their friends who are parents if they think that is useful. And they did. Why? Because it's an easy to introduce topic and they knew it would be helpful to other parents as well. Also, I searched and found at least 100 forums, blogs and social media groups for parents. There are so many in the internet with thousands of members. I posted the invitation there also. And again, there I was, waiting in the webinar room in agony to see how many will join. This time, more than 700 people did. I was jumping up and down in my chair. They watched the 35-minute speech of the psychologist, and for the last 10 minutes, I came on the screen. I connected the topic like this. There are many risks in raising children the wrong way, as Mr. Nash explained, but there are some other risks that we can avoid. We have an innovative software and methodology and blah blah blah, and I explained them in 10 minutes what we can do for them and why this is extremely valuable. As I was speaking in the chat, I posted the link and I told them, if you're interested in a free consultation appointment online with us with this methodology, just fill out this simple form with your name, email and mobile number and we will contact you. In this webinar, we had 200 people filling out the form. After some days, we called everybody and we closed 90 appointments. And we managed to have 35 new contracts in the next 2 months. Amazing, right? An amazing fact is that our best record happened during the lockdown period because more people were starting to become more digital friendly and they had more time available. Again, with a very hot topic relevant to parents on how they can handle their children during the lockdown period. This time we had a webinar with 1,700 attendees. 500 were interested. We closed 150 appointments this time and 80 new contracts in a 3-month period. Of course, even for the ones not filling out the form, we still have the email since they had to use it to subscribe to the webinar, and we keep contact with them with a monthly newsletter. This way, our email list is growing and we can approach them again in the future with a new campaign. You can have one webinar every month if you want. Keep in mind that you need time to find the topic, find the speaker, send the invitation, and resend it at least 4 or 5 times. And after the webinar, you need time to follow up with a new prospect. You can target also different groups each time, like entrepreneurs, millennials, specific professions, or whatever you want. You can start making invitation only with your mobile, a YouTube channel, and just your email. But if you want to look more professional and have more attendees, you can use a better camera and microphone, a green screen like this, and use an email newsletter software like MailChimp to make a professional email template. You can also become better in writing eye-catching titles on the email subject and the short invitation text. It is called copywriting, and it is the art of grabbing the attention of the audience. What would also be very helpful is to become a member on forums, blogs, or social media groups of the markets that you want to target. This way, you will find out what are the hot topics, so you will know how to grab their attention and add value to their lives. I recommend to participate in these discussions as much as you can and be an active member, posting only content that will add value to this group and not insurance topics at first. So people in the group will start to know you. Lastly, of course, you should learn how to use a webinar software. Nowadays, I use a webinar software called Webinar Jam. There are some others like Click Meeting, Zoom, WebEx, Webinar Ninja, and many others. You can start practicing by organizing a webinar only for friends and family. Then you can organize webinar for existing clients. This is a great way to stay in contact with your clients and add value to them. This way, you can exceed their expectations in service, look tech savvy and innovative, and you can even make new sales to your existing clients. And there are so many other uses that we don't have time to discuss today. So do you agree with me that technology gives us amazing new tools to solve all challenges? Let's discuss now about a truly innovative idea ahead of its time. Let's go to the future. As you might have understood so far, I am a techaholic. So when virtual reality headsets came out in the market, I bought one immediately. I thought for start it was only for gaming. And indeed, they are amazing, playing 3D games, traveling virtually all over the world, and much more 3D experiences. But while using them, I found out that you can have an online meeting wearing the headset. You join a 3D environment as an avatar, and you see other participants as avatars also. I was ecstatic. In the 3D environment, you really feel that you are in the same room with the other participants, and you can use amazing digital tools like floating presentation walls, 3D objects, and whatever you can imagine. You have to experience this to understand how impressive it is. So I started participating in VR communities on social media to see what the trends are, and I started inviting people that were virtual reality fans to make a need analysis inside the virtual reality environment. There are also networking communities in virtual reality that you can meet people in a 3D environment, like going to a networking event and make prospecting. Of course, the prospect must have a headset too, but many of the millennials now have already a headset for gaming. So imagine suggesting them to have a meeting inside the VR. There is no way that they will refuse that. And you will brand yourself as an advisor ahead of your time. This is a unique way to make prospects and especially millennials to talk to others about you. And this way, we can make an insurance presentation so cool. To do that, you have to own a VR headset. There are way too many in the market. The one I use is called Oculus Quest, and it was made by Facebook, and it is amazing. You can also turn your mobile phone to a VR by just buying a very cheap virtual reality box. There are also free software applications like Big Screen or InstaVR that you can use them for virtual meetings. You can have a meeting in a spaceship or in a balcony in New York with a floating projector in the sky. Amazing. And in a few years, virtual reality will be the new norm. Also, augmented reality technology is coming very quickly along with hologram technology. Imagine in the near future that you can be at the home or the office of your client as a hologram. And some say this technology is in the far future, but not really. I was already the first hologram speaker in my country, as you can see in the video. And lastly, one more innovative prospecting idea is to use chatbots on your site if you have, or in your page on Facebook. With a proper digital marketing strategy, you can start finding prospects while you sleep, literally. Chatbots is an amazing way to pick a client's interests. They are automated dialogues that you can have a pre-written script of possible questions and answers. You need a digital strategy to make clients visit your Facebook page or your site, and then chatbot takes action. So you can gather information for your prospects, impress them, and prepare them for a follow-up that will lead certainly to an appointment. So my friends, with all these new ways and other at least 10 innovative digital ways, we can find hundreds of new prospects and skyrocket our production. We must continue to learn and manage through constant change, no matter what life puts before us. 2020 was an amazing lesson for all of us. We must not be afraid of the future. We just have to prepare for it. So we must begin learning and using this technology and address many of the well-known challenges as prospecting, approaching, branding, and differentiating ourselves. We have to be where our customers are, but we have to be also where our future customers will be. There is a whole new world of opportunities in the new technology era. We must convince millennials and old generations that we are not an old-fashioned profession with no use of technology as they think, and change the image of our profession in their minds. And we can make insurance cool again for the generations to come. We, MDRTs, must be the pioneers and the innovators. We can have a huge voice now. We can make an impact now more than ever. We can change our profession with all these tools, be the architects of a safer society, and leave a huge legacy to the next generation. We just have to dare to start, and we can be the game changers for our industry.